We don't got a doodad. Yep, see, EO9. All right, so then we're just going to go to 75. This time we do have the favor though. So we can go speed champions. Right, and so the thing with Widdle is, if you don't know, now you know. Widdle wants to be in the middle. Widdle in the middle because she got much back. She wants to be in the middle when she's surrounded by champions. It makes her buff bigger. It makes her speed buff bigger. But also that's how she buffs other people. Is she buffs adjacent, and she gives them a chance to just immediately reset their attack cooldown. She'll also give them. She'll also share attack speed, but then she also increases her buff. So she always wants to be adjacent to a lot of people. A lot of people. Okay. So we got a gold Widdle chest. We're opening that first. Remember, we want separate slots. We got 3. But these 2 are the same slot. Dang it. Okay. So we did get 2 separate slots. But as can happen, you know, we duped a slot. But that's... Oh, no, wait, we didn't. Oh, 1 was ultimate attack damage. Never mind. Never mind, folks. We got 3. That's way better. That's way better. Wow, I read that wrong. Completely wrong. Well, the one that knows when playing Well Geared Diana, not only the transition times, but the animation for opening is now in Speedy Gonzalez. Yes, no, it's anything that's considered a transition. Like when you, so here's the thing: when you go into a transition, like that screen, when you hit that part, from the moment that you've completed the area goals until they load onto the screen, anything you're doing in that window goes faster. Goes faster, including opening chests, opening other windows. It all goes faster. Okay, so now that we have a gold on each of these, because we have the Son of Vondra as well. I'm just going to throw her up here for the moment. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. We're going to open some Electrums. Now a blue in here, there's multiple champions a blue could go to. But there's the throne for... that's her speed item, is the throne. There's health for Avandra. Large potion of speed, nice. And a sword for Avandra. Goggles for Widdle, okay. That's Vampiric Gaze, that's her buff. Damage all champions for Widdle. And another large potion of speed, wow. And the spec choices for Avandra. Still not done on Avandra. That should be it. That's her gold find. So she needs 1 more green. Widdle is green or better. Great. There's the green. Okay. Okay. All right. So awesome, and we got 2 large potions of speed. Don't want to use those just yet. Now we can focus on getting the rest of their gear. Because we still have some champions that we got from Time Gates, like Sentry, that still need a blue as well. And so I want to get Widdle and Avandra as much gear as possible before opening the rest of those Electrum chests, so that if there are blues that drop, they, hopefully they hit some of these other champions too. I feel like Avandra specifically, we can go get her full blue or better. Absolutely. Oddly enough, this is actually the best place for him on here. is. He's surrounded by 6 for his speed effect, and this is the front two columns. Almost should take Sentry out and put Jarlaxle in. Just for the gold. This actually would be better. Trial screen team lets wings freak out. Yeah, and all the little people in the trials are like they're vibrating like they had too much coffee. Do you mind giving advice or a brief breakdown on building a strong Karlach formation? So for me, the strongest thing, the big thing to keep in mind is she doesn't have to be in the front column. She doesn't have to be tanking to be your DPS. She can be, but she doesn't have to be. And I've found more success with her putting a solid tanks in the front line and then moving her back and then just building a formation around her. Her big damage button is her ultimate, but to really ramp it up, like she's all about building up your high amounts of damage, and then I like to combine her with a fire breath potion. But so you want to take off like the familiars off the field, turn off auto progress, hit her ultimate, and sit on an area, non-boss area, that lets her build up her rage to 100, which is her biggest multiplier. Because that's multiplicatively stacking. So it's her biggest thing. Make sure everybody else is high. Make sure she's putting out as much damage as possible. Then put the familiars back on and turn auto progress back on, and then just ride that damage wave as far as you can. This is towards the end of your run, right? She can build that up naturally, of course, but if you're trying to go fast, you can spike it manually. But yeah, her thing is just she wants you to hit that ultimate, but the ultimate turns off after you defeat a boss, and it has a long cooldown time. Yeah, no, having her in the tank column and getting her a lot of rage stacks is she can do more damage from people hitting her. Like when you pop her ultimate and it ramps up, she does more damage to enemies that hit her than when she hits them. Truthfully. 3 to 4 times the damage. But she is not the most surviviest of tanks. She just isn't. So I like to go Berserker spec for DPS, which means she doesn't get that heal every second if she's in the middle spec, so she's not as survivable as a tank, which is why I like to move her back. But if you're dealing with anyone that is any enemies that are AoEing your party, they're still going to hit her with that AoE, and thus they're still going to take major damage from her when they do that. So that part still works, even when she's further back. You shall not pass. See? Told you. Told you. Well, I mean, if Astarion, that's more of an Astarion thing, right? Astarion is if you have an Astarion in your party, then you got to understand you need to hit Astarion's ultimate 5 times on a level to ramp up his maximum damage. He has a multiplicatively stacking buff. That's separate from Karlach. Karlach actually doesn't care if there's other absolute adversaries in the formation. Her Ceramorphosis thing just makes her share more health with the party, doesn't give her more health. That's what it needed to do. It needed to give her more health, which in turn would have meant she shared more with everyone else, but would have also made her more survivable. So she could exist on that front line, and they just missed it by that much. They missed it by that much. If they ever do a tweak to her, I would love to see that. Like, she doesn't need a rework. She just needs that one change. And suddenly she'd just be massive, I think. But really, you're just trying to build. She doesn't care who's buffing her. She just wants. You just have to get good tanks that can stay alive while she ramps up her rage, and then because she's got to do it off attacks instead of getting hit if she's not in the tank line. And so whatever your best buffers are, whatever the best meta buffers are, is who you throw in with them. Briv collect all from jumps or just the boss levels? Just the boss bag. Just the boss bag. So Briv doesn't collect gold. You don't get credit for kills. None of that. It's just when you jump a boss, you get whatever would have dropped in the bag, which is gems, potentially chests, and anything else that anyone might collect out of boss bags. If people have things that trigger drops from boss bags, Briv would pick it up because Briv grabs the bag when he jumps over the boss. That seems a little high, Herky, but is what it is. I don't think she should be doing that much more, but I'm not going to say no to it. I'm not going to say no to it. Right. Remember, there's no restriction here whatsoever, folks. We're just racing to the end. So now if we look at the Widdle. Vampiric Gaze, that's the buffing adjacent people. Hurry Up Now is the chance to reset attacks for anyone that's she's buffing. Tasty Friends is the speed effect, and it's boosted by how many people she's buffing. It only slows the fastest link as she passes the attack speed of the fastest attacker around here to everyone that she's buffing. All great. All great. Like right now, what's her speed? We don't have. We've just got a green item, level 1 green item, and we're an 84% boost, which isn't bad. We've only got 3 adjacent. If we move her to where Human is, it becomes 168.8% boost. That's the power of friendship, folks. That's the power of friendship. And again, she makes enemies run onto the screen faster, basically. Now, Human's power of friendship is that he gets more. You get more credit with the more people that are surrounding him. So she really wants to be like here. Then she'll get 4, and then Human can get 6, and that gives her what? 112 and a half. We'll move this to here. So she's buffing Minsk's attacks. Yeah. It's more like more. Save that. Oh, she got a feat. What do we got? Vampiric Gaze, 20%. Fine. She's only got 2 default feats. Wow. All that gold find we just enabled. Can't keep up with it. Complete.